Hi, welcome back to Kin in Line. This is part 33. I thought I'd just opt out of Noddy's drawing bollocks for a while to show you this sketch that I found randomly sort of in the pile. And it's actually very interesting that I've taken pen drawings and used sort of colored pencils. What do you call them? Because it's it's a good way of adding color to sketches. So yeah, and the beauty of this is you even get a bonus. If you buy this, you get this chap on the back. So unfortunately it does reflect through, the other drawing does shine through, but I rather like that. But here we are back with Noddy's drawing bollocks and more characters in the army. We're still in about 1980, 81. As you can see, no shortage of models for my learning to draw. Still learning, I suppose. Yeah, each one is an individual, you know, and they almost come back to my memory when I see these drawings. So these were probably also done in the media center in Kimberley. But generally they looked like they were done in the bungalow. Quite a nice one down here. Look at that nose. That might be my friend Sol, who I've mentioned before. Really drawing nice and freely now, I must say. And this looks like an African chap, possibly. I'm gradually learning how to use this camera. It seems as soon as you can get it in focus, you can zoom in or out. But the thing is to get it in focus. Look at that neck. You can just feel the tension in there as muscles hold up the head. This guy also looks possibly African. And here a rare sort of group drawing of people seated outside. And another one that's quite nice to see. A bit of that tree gives it some nice depth, and even though the drawing is kind of superimposed over the landscape, it sort of works for me. It's quite a nice composition. Another face. Who the hell would that have been? Who knows? This I recall as being the regimental headquarters at that Kimberley base. So it was called 11th Commando, it was called Dani Turon Combat School, it was called 1 Intelligence School. I never really knew, but that's where all the officers hung out, I think. More quick ones. You never know if it's going to be a really good one, a bit of writing over there. And yeah, what is this about? Every person, every object, every scene is a model. So I was seeing everything as a model to be drawn, I guess. So now we've got another little book here. You know, I made these. It's hard to keep track of them all, but they're sort of difficult to separate. They've been together for so long, you know, they've grown very close. So it doesn't help to go in too fast too soon, because then the lines start blurring. But again, it's composite combination of like 5 faces here, and you just don't do that with, even with a painting. I mean, who would do that as a painting? But when you're sketching, you kind of do that, and it's different. You've got 2 techniques, you know, sort of more ordered one on the left, and then a very quick sketch, just trying to capture the guy's character. I think we could even have a woman there. I mentioned earlier that I'd gone to I couldn't remember the name of the thing. I called it a theatrical society, but it's actually dramatic society in Kimberley, the Kimberley Dramatic Society. And I think that's where I did these. And that's quite an effective one. I like the guy with the beard. And talking of which, you can imagine him reciting some lines from Shakespeare. Yeah, that's probably him at the top there as well. That nose. And the woman didn't work so well, but you know, that's drawing. Yeah? You just follow the form and hope for the best. This guy will come eventually. There you go. Yeah, I was clearly fascinated by the guy with the beard. You know, hadn't seen probably many beards in the army, because if you wore a beard, it was kind of for a medical reason, and then they would call you Bartman. Yeah, so maybe this was at that dramatic society place. People seated, maybe watching a show or something. Can't even remember this. Quite bizarre. It's desperately trying not to get in focus. Similar drawing here, them standing around. It's hard to believe I was able to sketch all these people very quickly, at a function. I don't think I've done this too often, except those ones in the army where I had to draw the whole shebang. Looks like a rare child intruding into this adult male world. See if we can get him in focus. No, he's too... Oh, there we go. Huh. Every drawing is different, unique. You won't see that guy again ever in your life. much to write home about here. And so they keep coming. Yeah. Notebook after notebook. Sketchpad after sketchpad. Let's see what we've got here. Sure. Face emerges, figure emerges. And look at the pink. Oh, okay, so that's like a cover. What's on the back? Yeah, has to be something on the back. So I think before I venture into this one, I'm going to have to call it quits. Remember these guys. We'll start with them next time, I think. Cheers for now.